Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more of Death's Gambit Afterlife. Okay, so I'm still reeling back from the last part, where we went to go, rescue the souls of our compatriots, Ione, Vrail, and, Everly, and then ended up battling it out with Thalamus in his own nightmare and shattering it. And now we're in Vados, where it's being invaded, and we're just gonna go. Let's see. I don't know what else could possibly be left. This feels like it could be a whole new area. The end of the game could happen right now, but we'll just go. I had to split this up, so... Oh, Jesus. I suppose not. Bring it on, punk. Well, we're doing a good job of it. Then again, your will's also like...
Try as you might. We've defeated you once. We'll do it again.
Not this time.
This is still going. Right, I completely forgot about you. Hey, Ash. We can try.
Not anymore.
Yo!
You challenge one of us. You fight all of us.
That's how this works now. Is that Jocko? He's alive? I suppose technically he didn't...
If I die after all this, I will haunt you for eternity.
I suppose technically everyone's just been dreaming, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, everything's been a dream, but also been very real.
Hey! This thing can fly now! We followed the horde and thought you might be at the...
Oop.
You are but cattle to my retribution.
Avatar Thalamus. Still going. But yeah, we're still fighting alongside Everly while the other two are taking on Ash. I was kind of hoping we could fight Ash, but at the same time, this is good enough. Right now, no souls to help us out here, so this is just a straight up brawl. Heal. Oop. Feels like we're making progress. Can we get DLC where he plays Everly?
He's going to level the city.
Not while I still breathe.
Soren, do something.
It's not working.
I can teleport him away. The last second.
Oh no.
No! Whatever you're planning,
He'll destroy all of Vados if I don't.
I can't risk losing you again.
This is the only way.
No.
Sorry.
It still came around.
This is going to work. It has to.
Oh.
Forgive me, my loves.
Oh. That'll do it. No, but that was so cool.
The
the days gone by. It feels like we've been fighting forever to have them back. Maybe we finally did. If only for a brief moment. You and Ash.
Aw.
Everything to me.
They have to make this sad artwork look so good. Sorry.
You'll live to see a new dawn.
I'd say that's, redemption for her.
What will you do now that you are free
Aw.
from my service?
Everly would want me to find my own way. Free from the obligations of the past.
Oh, still talking to her father's statue.
Maybe I'll take up cooking.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet.
You thought hunting immortals was hard. You'll never survive in the crucible of the kitchen.
Aw, they got her grave on the outside.
I admit, you exceeded my expectations.
Adorable. How about Ash? How about our bro?
Carry Everly's light with you.
Oh.
Perhaps someday, even you will pass it on. The color and magic of life.
Hey. Death's Gambit, ending A. I assume that has to be the best ending. Even after, and there's still so much, game by Gene Canellis and Alex Kubodera, yeah. Well done, you guys. Everybody at White Rabbit. Holy crap. Okay. I expected, when the first Death's Gambit original came out, I got sucked in by the trailer, and I thought it looked really cool. I'm into Souls-likes, 2D, 3D, whatever. There's benefits to both. But, and so, I played the game, really enjoyed it, one of my favorite games of that year. And I really was disappointed with how it got, cast, Evan Smith, Baco, Bass, Jaco, Soren, okay. I don't recognize the name, sadly. Sorry, just looking at the Allegra Clark, Ione, Abernai. Okay, makes sense. Sybil the Grey. Oh, the Grey Wanderer? Keith Silverstein. Yep, makes sense for him. Alex Lee. Okay, for some reason, again, I heard Yuri Lowenthal when I heard Ash, but nope, never mind. Okay, anyways. But when the game came out, it got ignored. It was just like, oh, it's a 2D Souls-like, whatever, I don't care. Or, it had a bunch of bugs, which, yeah, were a problem when it first released. But I still really enjoyed it. And then when I saw, mainly Gene Canellis talking about, I'm working on DLC. I'm still working on things in the game. Here's some progress. Here's some updates. Here's my plans. And I just got sucked in, because it's just yeah, this is a really great game. I want to see this do well again. And it's inspiring to see, him still going at it. I expected when it finally released that it would be great. It would be Death's Gambit again, but better, with just whatever little tweaks. I did not expect basically an entirely new game and to do all of this. it elaborates on a lot of things that were in the initial game, and then just does more with them. Because originally, you know, in the first game, you just broke the seal, and that was kind of like the end of the game. There was really nothing else after that. Now, they've given you more paths, new destinations, bosses, new things to do, and so many mysteries. The lore is still a little, you know, fuzzy in places, but that's Souls-like for you. It's a lot clearer than most other Souls games, basically. But, but what it does, it just leads to so many cool things. So many great performances, character interactions, gameplay moments, a little fiddly at times, but it still works so well. And yeah, that was Death's Gambit Afterlife. How was it? This is amazing. This is a game of the year. I'd say contender. I'd go, there's nothing that's going to beat Psychonauts 2 this year, or, you know, Death's Door is a hard one to beat. This does, at least to me, it does so much. This just got me completely enraptured. And I am gonna just, like, dive into another playthrough as soon as this goes off. You know, it's almost 11 p.m. for me right now, and I want to just keep playing. In memory of... Oh, that's what the name of the... Okay. The name of the... Okay. But, sorry. Key reference there. Sorry.
Oh, and there's one more person to thank. I'll take that soul fragment back now. Thank you for guiding Soren. In the event of your demise, we'll meet again. For now. Goodbye.
See you when I see you, Death. That is so grim to say out loud.
Soren,
Oh, hey.
Ione, what's the matter?
the source may be destroyed, but Vardos yet lies in ruin and Thalamus is still out there.
Let him lick his wounds. He's far beyond our reach.
You don't think he'll be back?
I'm sure he will, but what's he gonna do?
We have lived under the shadow of his influence for too long. It's time to put our hearts toward what matters.
Vardos.
And Ash.
Just waiting to see if anything else. This is the end of Death's Gambit. If you wish to go into New Game Plus, load the save file and use the Eye of Thalamus item. Okay, that's why. I forgot we picked that up. This will, however, send Soren back into the Nightmare of Thalamus. Do you really want to ruin this happy ending? That's basically telling you, yeah, start a new game. It's doing the Undertale thing, where it's just sort of like, if you just don't play the game again, you will have the best ending. Effectively. Going back and starting a new game effectively undoes everything you're doing. Oh, poor guy. And the lumberkin march on. This is an amazing game. Press the button. Okay. Thank you, Observer. You have saved our world. Terminating connection. Thank you, Observer. You have saved our world. Terminating connection. Okay. That time went through. White Rabbit. Yeah, just so much happened there. And there has to be other... Okay. There's no more power more compelling than life and death. Okay, sorry. Yeah, location, Vados. So we just start back right before that final confrontation. So, yeah, there's just so much more here. I was completely taken aback with what actually is going on. there is so much more to this than I ever expected was going to happen, but there's just so much, and it's so good. Okay, you know, I'm overly familiar with, like, the early parts. You know, I played the beta a couple of times with what was available, and just, like, exploring to see, like, what could possibly be new. And then... yeah, it's just, like... it's just... I don't know what else to say. I'm just, like, I'm trying to process it. How do I explain all this? Because there's just so much to talk about. But, okay, how they elaborated, or you know, expanded upon the game. They took everything in the original and they expanded on everything they could and, you know, made it better. You've got new equipment that have new modifiers and extra abilities that change how you fight or how you use equipment or how you use your abilities that stack and change. Your skill tree is now more expanded. Abilities that the air dash used to be an ability at the end of the tree. Now it's the first thing you get from, now it's the first upgrade you get from an early boss. And, you know, they expanded the tree to be more useful with bigger modifiers. Then they have the class-based tree, which increases the abilities you chose at the beginning. But then you can choose a secondary class. You are not locked out of other capabilities, it's just how do you want to spec yourself. And I just found it more useful to, like, stick with finesse weapons. I was going to mess around and try, you know, playing with strength-based, but I'll save that for a new playthrough. But they just expanded upon the weapon system so much. And the weapons, their abilities they have, and, you know, the other, you know, the new classes, which you can stack and fiddle around with and play so much more now. There's just so much more variety to the combat, and getting a double jump and a dash so early on gives you this level of mobility that makes it satisfying to run around, find locations, and find items hiding away. And then when you see, like, oh, even with all these abilities, I can't reach something, that makes you wonder what could be next. And, you know, some of these abilities seemed a little redundant until they come in. Double jump upgrade, air dash, magical flower upgrade, infinite jump, you know, like the Metroid gravity jump. Yeah, gravity jump, but, you know, only in certain places under a certain condition. But it works, and the game accounts for that. Extra talent tree, crash down upgrade, the crash down, the smash attack, which has a modifier in itself, so if you use it wisely, it'll help you. Unlimited air dash, that actually is more useful than I expected. Dream shift, yeah, teleport. The fast travel, I was just sort of like, you know, basically the underground pathways, the horseway was your fast travel. Now you have actual fast travel, and it's amazing, and it keeps everything so organized. And yeah, we got our air dash, Infinidash, which is actually super useful. So that makes to dash infinitely is actually a lot faster, and also is very useful in combat to get around. What else? The map. Okay, I'm missing like 4% of the map, and I'm not sure. I have a feeling. Yeah, I'm just thinking, where could, like, you know, I'm sure if I travel around, which, you know, this is a game I don't want to do a once-over on. Now that I also have, let's see, where is it? Eye of Thalamus. The one, perhaps only Eye of Thalamus, that twitches erratically. Staring into it threatens to draw your sanity back into his realm. If you are willing, gazing into it long enough might send you back to his nightmare, reliving your greatest regret from the very beginning. Activates New Game Plus. We're not going to do that. And we got our Friends and Family Soul, Nightmare's Edge. Yeah, I remember this from the... Yeah, I'm just looking. I remember messing around with that, and it didn't really occur to me like what it actually was in the beta. Void boots. Oh, those are pretty cool. Sorry, no. I was gonna... Allows you to teleport to the Orange Forest. Oh, yeah. I even forgot I got that. I didn't even realize that's what let me go to the Orange Forest. No, where is the, Hold on, where's that teleporting thing? Okay, warp generator. Yeah, now this is how you're supposed to go through the nooks and crannies of, you know, little slots that we couldn't go through before. And, you know, you get that really late. And again, I'm not sure how I did it, what order things are in. If you have to, you know, beat Endless and then that path opens up into the migration facility in the, in Garde Tomb, or Gaia Plume recipe. Okay. Now I'm curious. Yeah, I suppose that could have been very... Yeah, anyways, no, so I'm not sure when that really opens up, but when it does, that's where you get new... And there's still mysteries there I don't know about yet. There are, like, you know, journals I can't access, but apparently are hiding more information. There's other implications that there's another gate to be opened to another god. Maybe they meant Thalamus. Maybe it's the people of Garde Tomb, the Bi-Surge, that brought Thalamus into this world. Is that obvious, or... Oh, sure. The one time I use a Gaian Leaf. Now I gotta find another one. Yeah, now I gotta find a leaf to find out the guy. Yeah, the one time I use a leaf to keep me going in that fight. Leaf of Gaia, thank God. Okay. Gaia Plume. Fusion of Gaian leaves, distilled into essence imbued with the Phoenix Plume. Okay, so removes all status ailments. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, great, pretty good healing. You know, without the Valkyrie Plume is a really good plume, but boy, is it finicky. Because, yeah, you need so much energy to, like, get the healing out of it. Which, to be fair, as an Acolyte of Death, energy is not an issue. I could have built myself a little differently to make it a bit easier, but it worked out in the end. And, yeah, there's just so many cool things. This game has been expanded so much. Now, yeah, the thing is... Okay, I was wondering if maybe throwing that in there would do something. So, you know, I can do another once-over around the world. There's still heroic fights to do. You know, we only need to do a couple. And again, I saw that looking up the Death Gambit Discord, which revealed some things, but not too much. More didn't reveal any of this, which I'm so happy about. Come on. There we go. Royal Crest of Mistra. Okay, a new shield. Ooh, hey, a finesse-based shield. Let's see. Increase effective block and retaliation damage by 20%. Cool. Can we arc this a little differently? There we go. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm bumbling around now because I should wrap up because that's the end of the game. And while I'm definitely going to replay this, maybe, you know, there's still a lot to discover. There's now those codes down in, yeah, Garde Tomb in the Migration Chamber. Gotta find these codes in order to open up new information, maybe, whatever that might be. You know, there's places to go back to, more secrets to find, new weapons to find, more playthroughs for different endings. I'm pretty sure that ending A turned out to be the best one, and I'm surprised I managed to, like, you know, there's still bosses we're missing, or at least I think one of them could be the AI, the aberrant AI, and I just never found any of the tomes. And there's another one, which could be, well, who knows? There could be still more bosses. It's weird that Thalamus is... I figured Thalamus would be like the last one if he truly is the final boss. Or maybe in another timeline, if you will, there's a way to fight Ash, or, you know, if you have the will to resist Thalamus when... Yeah, if you have the will to resist Thalamus when... sorry. When, or after you beat, Endless the first time, does that change things? Does that just then start off, you know, I'm not sure. Does that change anything? Or, you know, what else could be different as we go? Or what happens in the ending, actually, if you cross the Nexus, because that is something I just didn't do. Actually, I wonder, could I... Could I technically... Sorry, I took my headphones off. Okay. Could I technically just go cross the Nexus from here now? I suppose I unlocked the option, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to ruin my ending. Yeah, Nexus of Souls. So, you know, we can still technically fulfill Thalamus's desire, which, you know, leads to some interesting ideas. So, in a way, you know, also trying to figure out the lore of this is going to be, is crazy in itself. But in a way, this was kind of a simulation. We, the player, were dragged in as Soren's soul is split up, if I'm getting this all correct. Wait, hold on, where is... Yeah, so Soren's soul. Technically, he is just unconscious, dreaming in the real world. But, you know, it bleeds over. Technically, you know, this is the reality. It's just... Or how you could look at it, the events of the first game were... Input code from... Yeah, we got... Figure out the Grimoire locks, whatever that might be. We got other things. This console is used to open a portal, the most dangerous realm that we have ever uncovered. In order to protect all beings in our world, we have hidden the console to unlock this in a different dimension. Even if unlocked, you will need 5 fragments of an exiled god to manifest the portal. We strongly advise you do not open this portal, even if given the opportunity. Yeah, now, is this like how... yeah, okay, now I'm looking at the hands and scribbles. This is how Thalamus got into the prime material plane, if you will. Text log safety. Yeah, there's still so much to discover. And weird though we can't fight the AI again, unless maybe she's just not one of the bosses. Which is be weird, but okay. I suppose while I'm rambling, we can check something out real quick. Sorry, I'm dragging this out, but just talking about how amazing this is. But yeah, I just was enamored. I did not expect this to be like, you know, to blow me away like this. I expected it to be good. I did not expect it to be amazing. And, you know, maybe it's just like the honeymoon high right now. This could possibly, you know, start up on my list of one of my all-time favorite games. And, you know, I'm definitely going to play this again. Wait, let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, yeah, like, top 10 maybe, who knows? I'll have to reevaluate as I go. But as it is right now, you know, just like the feeling, and, you know, I'm a sucker for, like, the story of just sort of, like, you know, the life and death, but, you know, what gives death meaning is when life has meaning as well. And, you know, death is a scary thing, but it does not detract from what life is and the beauty of it. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I suppose technically we are still... Death is still upset with us, so Thalamus is still around. But nevertheless... So sorry, yeah. No, just like, you know, keep your chin up, keep having hope, and, you know, live with those around you. You know, whatever mistakes you might have made in your past, you have to be the one to confront them and move forward. Sometimes that can be harder in some cases than in others, but that is how you go back to enjoying your life and how you help others live a similar way. You know, just me philosophizing poorly. But yeah, so it's just like a nice, you know, these types of Souls games have that idea. You know, Dark Souls is, I guess you can say, a more cynical branch of the same idea, but is mostly what it's going for in most cases. Or at least, you know, depending on how you interpret it. But here it's, like, very hopeful, which it has to be. But, you know, it makes a point that, you know, using death, and again, Matt Mercer, great performance. He does an amazing job. Again, it's very fitting, you know, with the Raven Queen from Critical Role, and, like, how he presents death in that is very similar to this. And, you know, you can kind of see, like, some of the bleeding in of, you know, maybe... I'm trying to remember, when did Critical Role Season 1 end? Around the time... Okay, nevertheless, the point being, you know, he definitely took some the Raven Queen inspirations into this, I assume. Wait, no, this is the way to... I'm just trying to find one tome just to see, because there are... Oh, I see. Is there a line I'm missing? There was. Oh, I get it. I'm just thinking, okay. But yeah, just how it presents all, like, its themes and its ideas, it does a really good job doing all of it. And it's just really inspiring. And again, all the work that everyone at, you know, White Rabbit and Gene Canellis has been, you know, showing off, it went to something really special. And I highly recommend Meteor Scrap Recipe. Okay, interesting. I really recommend, you know, giving this a shot. It was ignored when it first came out, and I hope that changes. You know, it seems like it's gotten some pretty solid reviews, but not from anywhere high profile, so that's a little concerning right now. But I hope, you know, it's only also been a couple of days. You know, this released, like, technically only like 3 days ago, as a recording now. So, you know, I binged through this, and it's a pretty big game. Actually, wait, hold on. Well, hold on. Now, between a couple of hours of grinding, we can actually go to... turn on the speedrun timer. A little under 6 or 17 hours to, you know, mostly explore a huge Metroidvania. You know, a surprisingly big Metroidvania game. Yeah, how do we get to that tome? I just want to see what one of these actually is. And, you know, there's a bunch of chests and other things we have not seen. I think there was a Phoenix chest I missed now that I think about it. Yeah, one here. Yeah, hold on. Warning, dangerous specimen ahead. Class Gyoga. Massive red tentacles. Okay. Personnel quickly escape via portal. Chamber of Migration. Portal to Realm was sealed, and specimens somehow teleport to their location regardless. It may have quickly passed through the portal. Personal led specimen to this containment facility have perished inside. Okay. So, you know, other secrets. Please reboot. Okay. Dangerous specimen ahead. Containment profiles cannot be overwritten. Class Eldritch. Visual take form of what you love the most. Appears before a widow who said that she looked like her mother as a child. After coming into contact with specimen, said specimen will be in visual view no matter the circumstances. Even with eyes closed, you can see the specimen in the darkness. Ooh, creepy. And I'm sure these are references I'm not getting, honestly, or just like other weird things that could happen. There we go, that opens that up. Ah. Just coming through. Ah, damn it. Should have known that was gonna happen. Okay, I just want to see... Wait a second. Sorry, I just want to see... No, where's the... Yeah, going from there. Sorry, I just want to see what the tome here is. But yeah, it's just like, it's alluding to crazy stuff. Research began here on Garde Tomb, and then, but it's just like a weird experiment where everything... They just kind of like were messing with portals and didn't care what came out of them. Until, you know, that backfired, so the whole place is swarming with monsters and other things, let alone Thalamus. And if we can just figure out how to open up these text logs, you know, what else can we uncover? And, you know, there's stuff still beyond that, even. So, you know, I'll have to do some digging and researching, and, you know, give this time. I see people on Discord are, you know, trying to figure out, just sort of like, still trying to figure out how to open up the angel, or, you know, figure out all the secrets to the, like the Skyloft area, and people are still trying to, like, decode that, and, you know, doesn't seem like anybody has figured it out yet. Oop. I think I technically went the wrong way. Seems like nobody's figured out how to open up all the doors yet. Haven't seen anybody mention all of them being open. But it's progress. And on top of that, it's just sort of like, you know, and the thing is, if this game was more popular, it could take less time to find out these secrets. Christ. Still at the top. Okay. So... basically, yeah. Being unknown origin, fleeting corporeal form, it just never stays in one location for long, seemingly disappearing from existence with a flash. But in its wake, it leaves behind ash of two colors. Okay. Which, that's still strange, because technically, that thing escaped. Now that I think about it. That thing got away, and it just turned the AI against us. Or maybe it just... the AI... well, no, it turned the AI against us because it was an aberrant AI. It was affected by an aberrant being. Okay, sorry, I'm still theorizing while we should really just stop. I'm gonna come back to this, and we will figure it out another time. Again, if this picks up in popularity, you know... theorists and everything can, like, you know, game theory, get on this, explain every single damn thing in the game. But seriously, you know, the more people who play the game, the faster we can, you know, the more secrets that will be uncovered, and the faster we can find out, like, all the you know, hidden stuff under the surface. And, you know, it seems like Death's Gambit has a very small but very passionate fan base, me included, and I just want this game to do well because the folks at White Rabbit really deserve this to get more recognition. you know, when Blasphemous came out, another really good Souls-like, you know, Metroidvania, that did pretty good, but, you know, it was just sort of like, you know, that did pretty good, and has even a crossover with freaking, you know, Bloodstained, Symphony of the Night, or no, Ritual of the Night. So it was pretty popular and it did really well. And Death's Gambit, you know, just didn't get that kind of recognition. And, you know, it's not like it's owed recognition or Blasphemous doesn't deserve it. It does. But, you know, it's just sort of like, even if it's like just even to that level of success, you know, I want this to do better than it originally did. And again, I really liked Death's Gambit original. But this is just not only better, again, it could be one of my new all-time favorite games. It could breach the list. And, you know, I'm surprised by that. I was going in, yeah, expecting to like this. I did not think I was going to just love it. Yeah. And now, looking at this cutscene, it now makes more sense. I entrust this fragment of Soren's soul to you, observer. When the time comes, guide him through the darkness. Yeah, they even, like, establish this early on, and yet it still catches you off guard. So it's like Soren's soul, you know, is in a dream state by Thalamus. And he's making him go through this living endless torment of just reliving and failing again and again. You know, that whole adventure is leads you all the way to killing Everly, his worst nightmare. So killing the source doesn't change that, because you still have to live without that closure. Because, you know, even with what little talking you can do, it's not enough. So Thalamus just has you run through that again and again and again and again. Every New Game Plus is him taunting you. It's just sort of like, oh yeah, you're getting quite strong, aren't you? Why don't you do it again and just see how you stack up against a new level of challenge? Which is really twisted when you think about it. But, yeah, and even though I was, you know, I didn't have the influence or the will to disregard him, there's still a boss we're missing. I'm so curious now. Okay, but anyways, even though we couldn't, like, you know, break ourselves from his will, we found another way. We found a way to bring our soul together, bring the souls back of the others, in order to fight Thalamus and break out of his dream. But effectively, that's what it was. Everyone was in a dream reliving their failures. So, in a weird way, Vrael and Ione and Endless were kind of like in dreams within dreams. It's really meta, it's really weird, but it's really fascinating. And, you know, we woke everyone up, and then everyone woke up, and then, you know, Thalamus is still out there living embodiment because that's just his capability. The people of Gardetum let him out, and now he can just run amok. And his ego's been bruised. Pretty good, actually. He might be back, but hopefully with the future of this, you know, I don't expect this to get a sequel or anything, it's fine as it is, but, you know, hopefully the next generation can come around, kind of like, you know, what Death was saying about Everly, you know, you have kids to give them new life and hope about the future. So maybe in the future, someone yet even stronger, more hopeful, and more eager to live than this generation will come along, and eventually maybe Thalamus will be no more. That doubt and regret will finally be properly snuffed out by life. Okay, I'm gonna end my philosophizing if I make any sort of sense. What's the line in Pathologic? Forgive me if my language is like unclear or absurd, something of that ilk. Anyways. So, with that all being said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off, and thank you for watching me play Death's Gambit Afterlife.